Ken Jennings reveals Jeopardy champion he couldn't beat. Ken Jennings is one of the greatest Jeopardy players in history. He had a 74-game winning streak and won over $4.5 million. He even took home the title of the GOAT of Jeopardy during the 2020 Jeopardy tournament. With that said, Jennings watches a lot of players as the new host, and he feels there is at least one player he wouldn't want to play. Here is who Ken Jennings said he would be scared to play on the show today. Ken Jennings feels this player could beat him on Jeopardy! It has been over 20 years since Ken Jennings competed on Jeopardy! He broke records and won millions of dollars. He still holds the record for the longest winning streak, which no one has come close to beating in recent seasons. Some fans want to see Ken compete again, even though he is hosting the show now. That said, there is one person that Ken said he would never want to play because he doesn't think he could beat him. One insider says that Ken feels he has still got it and knows he could still do well. However, the source said, even though Ken knows he can still hang with the new kids, there are some contestants, even if he does not want to go head-to-head with them. He hasn't been quiet about this in the past, but he really does not want to go up against James Holzhauer again by the U.S. Sun. The source also said that Ken doubled down, and he doesn't think he can beat James. James is a beast. Ken has the utmost respect for him, which is why he's happy hosting games where James is competing, they said. James Holzhauer also broke records on Jeopardy! Ken Jennings' Jeopardy! Record is 74 wins in a row. James Holzhauer is behind him at 32 wins in a row 2019. However, looking at the prize money, and it is clear who played better in their games. Ken won $2,520,700 over 74 wins, $34,063 per game average winnings. However, James won $2,464,213 in his 32 wins, $77,006 per game average winnings. James' total winnings are second to Ken's, but he has the record with over double the amount per game than Ken. James also holds the single game record for winnings, taking home $131,127 in one game. He also holds all the top 10 single game winning records of all time. No one else is on that list. His 10th place day was $89,229. Ken has also said there is another reason he will never compete on Jeopardy! He went on to say that it would be completely unfair since he gets all the behind-the-scenes tips and tricks as host, the source said. He's been given an advantage on that side of production that wouldn't ever be fair to other contestants. So no, he insists that wouldn't happen. What are your thoughts on Ken Jennings playing James Holzhauer again? Do you agree that James would beat Ken if they played again? Who do you consider the best Jeopardy! Player of all time? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. It's not often that Ken Jennings, the undisputed titan of Jeopardy! Trivia, admits defeat. With his 74-game winning streak and an iconic status etched into television history, Jennings has long been the benchmark for quizzing greatness. But in a candid revelation that sent ripples through the trivia community, Jennings recently opened up about the one champion he believes he could never beat, Brad Rutter. I've gone toe-to-toe with Brad more times than I can count, Jennings shared during a recent podcast interview. And every time, no matter how sharp I feel, Brad has this uncanny ability to anticipate the board and ring in faster. He's like a machine. Rutter, known for his ice-cold composure and staggering recall, holds the title for the highest-earning Jeopardy! Contestant of all time, thanks to a string of victories in high-stakes tournaments. Although Jennings has outlasted more players in consecutive regular season games, Rutter's mastery in tournament settings has often put him on top when the stakes and the prize money soared. Fans of Jeopardy! Will recall their most high-profile clashes, particularly in the greatest of all-time GOAT tournament in 2020. Though Jennings ultimately took the GOAT crown, he maintains deep respect for Rutter's prowess. Brad beat me in nearly every tournament before GOAT. I got him once, but even then, it could have gone either way, Jennings admitted. Their rivalry, however, has always been underscored by camaraderie. We've spent years sparring on stage, but off camera, Brad is one of the funniest, smartest guys you'll meet, Jennings said. I'm lucky to call him a friend. even if he wiped the floor with me a few times. This revelation has reignited fan debates about the all-time pecking order of Jeopardy greats. While some argue Jennings' unmatched regular season streak secures his throne, others point to Rutter's flawless tournament record, especially his unbroken streak against Jennings until GOAT, as evidence of a superior competitor under pressure.